555 for your message or messages. Come in! Come on! Recon is afoot! I've got intel! Yes, Big Cat. Did you miss me? I was very busy. I told you I had to plait my hair. I finished 13 strong hours, blood. And this time I didn't even bother to dye my hair because I told you about Dye-Gate. My face was looking like what? The Elephant Man in them streets. So I got some grey hair and plaited it into my hair and it made it lilac. Another one of my favorite colors. But anyway, I digress. Grand Rising, Big Cat. Come in. We've got things to unpack. Always got things to unpack, darling dear. Those what trippy talkers are always lurking. The planetary energies today, darling dears. Mercury in Virgo trines, and we love a trine. Trine brings what opportunities, darling dears? Mercury in Virgo trines Pluto in Capricorn, no less. The 10th house, the house of career, darling dears. A day of innovation during this powerful aspect, which allows you to come up with the perfect solution, darling dear. Kind of like in a Mission Impossible kind of a way, Big Cat. Your most complex issues or even problems, darling dear, will be what? Brought into order with the help of this trine. Why is my things all tangled up? And now my cloth's getting wavy. Listen, I digress again. Firm and fruitful and practical communication leads to what? A domino effect of positive change, darling dears. This could even bring forth some surprising and unexpected news, like somebody's got the black bags and they're going to use them. They're trying to threaten you with it, right? Let me tell you something. Don't stop anybody that wants to leave, and if they've got to go, let them go, darling dear. Let it be a TKO. It's an aspect that can really prepare. Well, can you ever really prepare for what chaos and disaster? Can you really? Can't really prepare for it, darling dear. But you can be a big cat. Why and how? By what? Staying ready. So you don't have to get ready when you need to be ready. Fist bump. Mercury in the sign of Virgo can mean that you're letting go of what no longer serves you on a romantic level. This aspect can indicate a breakup. Somebody's ripped off the band-aid, eh? Not liking the fact that they are entangled with a what? Toxic karmic trippy Tarka, son or daughter of Pennywise the Clown. It could be a friend, could be a family member, could be a lover, could even be a progeny, darling dear. Someone's packing them black bags, darling dear, and putting themselves out. Before we get into that, darling dear, let's talk about these toxic relationship patterns, which are often handed down to us from our parents by their way of being in love, darling dear. How they was in love and whom they was in love with. Your parents give you your earliest and most lasting model for relationships, darling dears, for relating on a whole in every situation. These toxic patterns are really discussed only with a counsellor, darling dear. People don't always talk about it amongst their one and others. No. Why? Because they've seen it as normal. That's been the go-to programming, darling dear. Dysfunction.com. Due to them, darling dear, you get caught up in what? Negative and reactive patterns. What you saw as a progeny. Or you saw them what? Behaving and not taking accountability due to somebody don't want me to speak, darling dear, and they didn't speak their truth in a situation. As I was saying, some of them don't take accountability because they've got no education on their toxic ways, right? And they don't do introspection, darling dear, because they're too busy blaming the other partner. They stay blaming themselves. So any child growing up in that environment will believe that's how things are. This is why they will only get to talk about it when they get to therapy. And some of them don't even realize they need that therapy, black. Sometimes you need someone to talk to, right, whose cranium is not full of mush. Someone who can give you another perspective. It takes a non-conformist mind and a strong desire for change and growth, darling dear, to break that negative cycle, which is often rooted in codependency. Most commonly with a narc, darling dear. And the other person, meaning you, big cat, is in a position where you need to be needed. Why? Because you was put up in that paradigm, darling dear. It was what hate from the gate, darling dear. Ain't nobody got time for that. Fist bump. As I said, as you know, I wear the Moldavite. I've been working through my childhood traumas, and it's done me a treat, darling dear. Yeah, because it pinpoints where exactly that you gave up your power, or you was what? Your power was taken from you, darling dear. And then you went to look for those same parents in the abusive spouses and partners and friends and work situations that you got yourself into. Sometimes a really toxic and abusive relationship can be the only wake-up call you need to change. And other times, you need it to be blatantly obvious. Baby, don't wait for the blatantly obvious. It could come with a two-piece, being kung fu kicked in all sorts of parts in your body, darling dear. Your hair pulled out, right, looking like Quasimodo's bestie under the world's what? Most fine-tuned surgical critique. Yeah, all of this and that, darling dear. Sometimes it's got to be blatantly obvious for some. But you don't have to stay in that paradigm. Signs that you're in a toxic situation is your self-esteem is low. You feel like you're walking on eggshells all of the time. Your other relationships, right, suffer, and you spend less and less time with your true friends or true people with sound minds that will tell you what's going on is full of SHIT. It's fucking ease, blood. Bull swanky. Whatever you do in that paradigm is never quite good enough. You could open up your deepest vein and the phone is ringing, darling dear. Confirmation. You could open up your deepest vein, darling dear. And they'll still give it to you without the Vaseline. Nothing will ever be good enough. You must always be the doormat, taking whatever they've got, taking on their troubles and their issues. 29 in the chat and 11 likes. That's 1111, darling dear. And 1111 fade. For what? New things coming towards you. New beginnings, darling dears. That archway to infinite possibilities is open for you. Those that discourage you from growing, darling dear, from taking that new educational path, from going into your spirituality, from what? Not even meat. They make you look like you're crazy. If you don't drink, what's the matter with you? If you're not smoking, there's something wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with your blood. Everything is right with you. Once you claim dominion over yourself, realize certain circumstances you find yourself in was the culmination of what happened in the past. But you have to remember, the past is just for reference material, darling dears. You don't have to stay there. And fortunately for you, darling dear, the planetary energy is saying don't do it either. Whether it's a work situation, family, love, progeny, whatever. You don't have to stay there. You're not a tree. Uproot and keep it pumping. In a what? Slow, quick, slow. And always remember, darling dears, put God first. Father God, Mother Isis. You can't do anything without having God in your life. Then you what? Love thyself, darling dear. Your progeny, if you have them, they come third. Because if you can't love you, right, and set out a true role model for your progeny, how can you lead? How can you guide? And they will fall into what? That same paradigm you've just gotten chewed off your proverbial foot to get away from. Realizing whom exactly is the scum between your toes. Whom exactly is poking those holes in your boat of values and dreams and aspirations? Who is being the what? The former of the weapons, darling dear. Isaiah54:17 will not prosper when you what? Get your third eye on bishes and mishes. I told you, big cat. We've got to move on. Strong, darling dear. But you have to go back to undo the childhood trauma. What happened in the beginning? You have to notice it. Moldavite crystal will help you, darling dear. Works on your crown, your third eye, and your heart chakra. But when it brings it up, make sure you've got a core ball so you can work through those energies, darling dears, because you feel everything in the womb, darling dear. Whether you're male or female, around the genitalia area is where your deepest traumas will be buried. Right, as we call in the energies of wisdom, guidance, and protection from Father God, Mother Isis, ancestors, angels, way showers, and spiritual guides. From Keitha to Malkuth, Namaste. Energies, up, big cat, up. I insist. Ain't nobody got time for that. As we what? Spy on Trippy Tarka. See what's going on. Why they try to trip you up. Why they're giving you the hey big head text. Why they're trying to what? Do use double speak in their full-on A. John Smith affiliate mode. Trying to what? Convince you that they are what? The promised land. When you know to your core, that land is what? Destitute and dusty, darling dear. Full of furrows of wickedness. Why? That land leads to the mud hut at 911 Freddy Krueger Avenue, 2 streets over from the loser lane, in the district of the damned. Let's dive in, big cats, and see what your rune is. Oh, just the one, darling dear. I can't make it up. This is Taiwaz, represented by Justice, Libra energy. In tarot, it's on its face, darling dear. The injustices of Trippy Tarka. The ghetto tales will be told today. You get the usher when you come here. I can't help telling you everything. It's not the coffee. It's because I'm your bestie. Pinky's up. Anyhow, Taiwaz on its face, darling dears. This speaks about strife and war. These stupid ones, STOOPED, the dull-eyed ones with the vacant look as their mouth goes into an O. Oh, you managed to what? Get away. Oh, you're not coming back. It also speaks about what? Somebody's afraid to go to the police. Bring a habeas corpus against them, darling dear. They need one. They want it. They asked for it. In fact, they wanted to be at the top of the list for being put in their place. Don't allow an injustice, especially if it needs to be addressed by the courts of law, slip through your fingers, darling dears. Tai was represented by the letter T, the number 44, 45, 46, and 47. Remember, certain things that they done did, darling dear, has no limitations on that statuette. Yeah, remember I told you that. This needs to be a season of resolution, darling dear. One where you bring what? Freedom to yourself once and for all. There'll be no second guessing whether you should go back. There'll be no what? Taking up the invitations. You don't want to go into that mire. Why? You might attract the bad luck, the bad credit. You'll definitely get the bad vibes and you'll be ignored. Why would you go and listen? You can stay at home and be ignored by your progeny. Yes, that's better. It's much better. Better for your health, darling dear. Better for your health. They was unjust. Gonna use the witch's oracle wisdom for your ancestral message. They was unjust and they're not sorry. Possibly even sorry. Possibly, well, maybe so. Yeah, they're sorry to the extent that they're not getting the gifts. What you brought to the tableau, they don't have access to it, darling dear. They're sorry. They're sorry about that, but not what they did. They're sorry that you've seen them unmasked. And they're sorry that you wouldn't touch them because you decided to what? Sit in your values and make wise choices, darling dears. Yeah. And your ancestral team is blocking them, darling dear, from coming through to give you more lies and subterfuge and bull swanky in a big cup of opium, darling dear. They are being blocked. Some of them want you what? Brown bread, so that they can what? Come and sing Amazing Grace at your funeral with no tears on their face. Yeah, in a falsetto, darling dear. Some of you are being protected by your ancestors. Well, we all are, once you call them, darling dears. You have to remember, they won't let the sun go down on you. You was chosen from your lineage, darling dear, to stand out and be different, to break those dysfunctional paradigms. You've got to say it and put your back into it. Say it with your chest, darling dear. I am Big Cat, and the Big Cat Chronicles continues. Your ancestors here, blood. Oh, left hand is itching me. Skrilla is to be spent today. Give unto Caesar what is due unto Caesar. Whether it's a payment plan, don't let your green grass turn into astroturf. I told you, I pay all of my bills on time. Why? Even though I've got the security cameras, my progeny just have to hear the bell go ping or the letterbox go fleur. They're at it, mate. Back arched, arms pumping to go and run to the door. Listen, I like to be comfortable in my doom messiah. Yeah, shadow side, and this is also what? Mirror magic, darling dear. Somebody's trying to send you some negative energies. It also speaks about what? Your ancestors reminded you to what? Continue to do your shadow work. It's not something you do one day and get over it, darling dear. No! It's a continued reinforcement of not going back to what? The feeble-minded ways of life, darling dear. You don't want the yarn for hair. It doesn't go with what you've got going on. Certainly not your eyelashes. Are you mad? Blood, bra, or sistry? Whomsoever sending that energy to you, darling dear, that energy is being blocked by your ancestral team, but you can't stay still. You must be like a rolling stone, not gathering any moss. This is the season where you break out and be the best version of yourself. And every day you fight to be better than the cat you was the day before. Do that shadow work, Big Cat. And it also speaks about meditation. And I said mirrors are portals, Big Cat. People send you negativity through mirrors. Trust me. Listen, anything I tell you, be a keyboard gangster, find that shiznai out for yourself. It's out there, darling dears. Obsidian crystal over your bed, especially if the bed is facing the mirror, and even if it's not, the obsidian crystal in your chariot of righteousness, your car that takes you to anywhere that you must go, which is righteous, because you've decided to go there. Obsidian crystal in there, darling dears. Protect yourself. You'll be surprised where that Eye of Sauron and what's it falling on. You think you ain't got nothing, but they want you to have minus nothing in the gutter. Well, your ancestral team says, how now, brown cow? I think not, Scotty. I think not. Had to put my back into it. They're about to be revealed, darling dear. Yes, baby. They're about to be revealed. You're going to see their energy. Especially, we've got Pluto going direct on the 8th of October. Today is what? Oh, gosh, I'm forgetting. Is today the 6th? Yes, today's the 6th. On the 8th, 2 days' time, Pluto goes direct. So therefore, what? Things are going to be expanded, revealed, darling dears. Somebody who's been cloaking their true identity, their true feelings, as well as whatever wickedness and maliciousness has been going on, darling dear, is going to be revealed. You're going to see it happen in their life. Some kind of karma is going to be visiting them. The injustice is going to find them, darling dear. Boomerang season. You are being blocked from taking the brunt of what they really want you to be going through. Outrageous, I know. But we're going to find out what's going on. Where's my... Oh, here it is. We always got to use the Vampire Tarot deck for that. Base of the deck. We've got the what? High Priestess, third eye. Your intuition, darling dear. Your body already told you that this person is shady, they're seedy. But they smile. But remember, they smile in your face. All the time they want to take your place. Backtabbers. Backtabbers! Yeah! You already know who it is. And you know they've got to go. This is about going within. This is about you having a file, a see-through pamphlet. That is this. You've decided to float test over the dustbin, but you have to remove your energies, darling dears. The High Priestess takes the time to plan. Some of you are planning to move at the full moon in Aries. Go for it, darling dear. Aries is about self and being aggressive about it, darling dear. But remember, a high priestess or priest moves in silencio. You button it. You don't announce. No. You was announcing that you was being put upon. You was announcing that you didn't like behavior. And what happened? What happened? That's right. That's exactly right, big cat. You already know who these people or persons are, and they're about to be revealed. Remember, Pluto goes direct on the 8th. And you'll be able to soak into that energy, darling dears, for a good 3 or 4 days afterwards. Ain't nobody got time for that. These good-looking alfalfas. Still trying to get at your psychological password, darling dear. Sending you all of that energy, but it's being blocked. And when the negative energy is sent out, where does it go if it's being blocked? Back on them, darling dear. Boomerang season. So what's Trippy Tarka's problem? What did they do in the past? Right? What particular action stood out the most for you? We've got the 8 of Skulls as well as the 3 of Skulls, darling dears. The 8 of Pentacles in the upright as well as the 3 of Pentacles. You was looking at what? You wanted the situation to work. You wanted there to be what? Unity, darling dear. Everybody working together, everyone getting along, right? Was everyone getting along? You wanted it to be fruitful, darling dear. You spent a lot of time putting a lot of effort into these situations. Pentacles is also in the upright, represents your mental health, darling dear. Your mental health was good before you tried to help what? Someone out the bottom of the pit. Especially when they had what? They had a knife for your back. As you helped them up, they stabbed you and tabbed you again and then stayed. Some of you have got people that you said, oh, such and such has been around me when I went through that divorce, when I lost a leg, when I lost that job. That person was always around with their bad juju eye. They was around you with the bad juju eye. They've got to go, blood. Their energies will be revealed around the 8th, darling dears. Remember, I told you that. They gotta go. You was trying to work on it. And what was they doing? Right? Taking everything they could, blood. They bled you of everything. There was no love in that situation. This is someone who was self-serving. Ace of Cups on its face. Good God. And the cups represents leaning, big cat, autumn. Where are we now? We're in the autumn. It's fall for you, for those of you in the US of A, darling dear. They're about to be revealed unto you. If they're in a love situation, there's no love, darling dear. It's a usation situation, darling dear. They're feeling unfulfilled. And they're being emotionally manipulative to whomsoever is around them. They was emotionally manipulative to you. They made you believe that it was working and that they was working with you, right? They made you believe that. But what was they really doing? Getting all they could, darling dear. They drained you. They kicked over that full cup of love, right? That true love first kiss you gave to them, whether it was a family member, a friend, a lover, a colleague, whatever that person was to you. You went in there like Bambi. Yes. But you came out like what? Was it Daniel in the lion's den, darling dear? You came out victorious. This person is what? Emotionally stunted. They like to cause trauma, darling dears. They know how to sow the seeds, right? And watch the trauma and the discontent, right? Grow in other people. Someone who liked to make others uncomfortable, but they wanted to be part of. They could even be a sociopath, blood. A sociopath that blends in. They never had the true emotions. They didn't. What's this? The lovers. And it's not working. Somebody's going to be told to what? Fetch the black bags, blood. This was an unwise choice. If it was a love situation, this was never a good friend for you. If it was family, they never liked you, darling dear. Why? Yeah, they're them with their sackcloth and ashes and their effed up existence. And here you come, big cat, with your 3 of Pentacles and your 8 of Pentacles. Is everybody having a lovely time? Can I come and help you with anything? Oh, sure, I'll lend you my money. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you my ass and I will shit through my ribs going forward. You did all of this and that, big cat. And did it work? It was a wrong choice. It wasn't a right fit. This was Trippy Tarka personified. Didn't want you to remember that you was gifted with what? 5G? No, 6Gs, darling dears. God, growth, goals, gifts, greatness, and gratitude. They didn't like it. This person is somebody who is what? They are dependent on the energy that they get from others, darling dear, and you was full of it, mate. You came through with 11 of Pentacles. 11, that's a master number. Divine inspiration. They was inspired, all right, to make you look like Quasimodo in them streets. Clarify the lovers. Just a lot of cards. We've got the Four of Knives and the Queen of Swords. What did I say on her face? This is could be feminine energy, could be male energy. It could also represent a mother who never showed you true nurturing, right? This is somebody who's bitter. Somebody who's bitter on the relationships they had in their own life. They put it on you, darling dear. And there is no healing in that situation. Four of Swords. This person is unhealed. They're filled to the brim with traumas. They're bitter, jealous, and there's pain. Yeah. Their name is now Sputnik, the cat watcher. Look, you get the Justice in the upright. We've got the Five of Knives. There is no making amends in this situation. Wash your face like David, darling dears. It will be what? Cognitive dissonance, gaslighting, blame shifting, and mean. Yeah. We've also got the what? Eight of Scepters. In the reverse, this is the Eight of Wands, big cat. Lean in, big cat. This speaks about what? Don't answer any messages that come through. Some of them are going to be what? Sending out a message because they want an invitation. They want you to come over to give them your energies, your ideas, your time, your attention. Baby, this says no. Don't do it, Scotty. Don't do it. Remember, you have your memory of an elephant buffed up to a bish in shine. Use your energy of the High Priestess. Discernment, darling dears. Discernment. Let's get another deck, right? Let's break it down and see what's the inner meaning of these cards. So you try to work on these situations. Let them mess around with your mental health. Use your psychological password as a trampoline, darling dear. Listen to all of their critique, and they're surgical with it, darling dear. Always got something to say, darling dear, especially behind your back. Did I say gossip and slander? It's a go-to move for this person. There would be no healing. You was dealing with a stone-cold figure, darling dear. That was what? The little finger in your life. Cutting you and watching you bleed. Whispering all of this in your ears, darling dears, about other people when it was really coming from them. Yeah. They wanted you to have the slitty eyes on people that would truly have what? Seen the injustice of your situation and told you shouldn't have it, blood. You are somebody. Clarify the Three of Pentacles. Yeah. Someone that should have been a protector and provider in your life, darling dear. This person has got what? Karma on them. It's on them like a what? A new coat. The Emperor's new clothes, darling dears. This is somebody who was what? Tyrannical. This is somebody who is what? Bipolar possibly. And slipped through the net. They don't have the certificate from the exorcist, the psychologist, or any of the orgies. Yeah. This is somebody who what? Caused distension in a family environment, darling dear. And this is somebody who is still wishing they could come back and work out the situation, darling dear. Now they want the teamwork. But it's a bit late for that now. Why? Because you're the red light, green light champion, big clap. You are the red light, green light champion. You haven't got time to tongue wrestle with these what? Bottom feeders. We already saw they'll be leading with the cognitive dissonance. If this is an ex-partner, this is what they went on to. Somebody who's calculating, darling dear. Somebody who lies, they lie so much. Somebody who uses them. Someone who's pulling their brain around like taffy. A situation where there's no healing, blood. This person created a lot of distension, but this is what? Karma. Karma is on them, darling dear. You broke a generational curse when you left that person. Moon energy. Your intuition and discernment felt the bad energy. You got to the point where it was past blatantly obvious. It was at the time where you was like, what? Like, you was at 1, 2, buckle my shoe. You had to leave. This person is trying to call you back, darling dear. Person or people, because of the strength you exuded. You're serving it, blood. You are serving strength. Why? Because you're ibex. As an ibex, if you see a crack, you don't fall back. A crack of opportunity and possibilities, and you've got your security with you. The shadow work, darling dears. Do the shadow work, and you will not find yourself in a paradigm like this again. What about the Eight of Pentacles? You're about to be gifted with what options, darling dears? But Divine again is tasking you to choose wisely, because in one of those cups of opportunities, darling dears, is a Judas in a Peter suit. Somebody who's going to come in, right, telling you anything just to get your ear, darling dear, so they can poison you with it. Or they'll be coming into ear hustle, yeah, to be a merchant of slander on the balls of their feet. Right? What? Distort your informations to others and have negative energy by people who don't even know you being sent your way. That's why they got the karmas on them, darling dear. Choose wisely. The Seven of Cups, darling dears, is represented by Venus energy. Pisces energy, darling dears. This is a time for you to reflect on your options. If you're uncertain about your feelings, pray on it. Take a time. There's no need for you to rush into a situation that you haven't prayed on, darling dears. Prayed on. Ask God for guidance and ask Father God to reveal this person or people to you on or around the 8th of October. Remember, I told you that. You want a clear sign? You don't want nothing bandied around that you're going to have to meditate. Nah, babe. Ask for a clear sign that you can understand, and make sure you tell them that you don't want that sign at 3 a.m. You don't... Oh, pardon me. That's a spiritual belch because I speaks the truth. Pinkies up. Big cat. You don't want to be woken up at 3 a.m. by an ominous, shadowy figure telling you that... Nah, blood. No. That's not how we roll. Ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah. Because you have a page. Pwah! If that's not your progeny, darling dear, and if it is your progeny, they're effing lying to you about a situation, darling dear. They're not making the right choices in life, right? In order to be what? A successful cat. Your progeny needs to be straightened out, darling dear. You need to run by them with the rules and regulations. Rules and regulations. And if they're a teenager, it's tied up with the allowance. Yeah. This person is a page. This is somebody who is what? Traumatic. This is somebody who has... We've all got psychic abilities. But they use their intuition to what? Get one over on people. To make the situation be best for them. The page is holding an upside down cup. And the same upside down cup came about them. This person will distort your emotions and your feelings. They will make you what? Second guess what your intuition as a high priest or priestess told you. They will make you what? Not see the signs that your ancestral team are sending towards you. They will send you back to the shadow work, darling dear. Page. Base of the deck. What did I say? Heartbreak and betrayal, darling dear. They're coming with it. They're coming with it. But no weapon formed against you shall prosper. 6 of Wands on its face. This and that, big cap. What about this lie? And they're a lie. Did I tell you that they're lying? They're a liar. They're a lying cheetah. Yeah, those particular animals in the jungle. The jungle that you don't live in. Remember, your jungle, you sleep at night, yeah? It's peaceful, yeah? What about this Ace of Cups on its face? Emotionally manipulative. This is a lot of cards, blood. And it fell on the Lovers. Let that stay where it is. The unsatisfied eyes, King of Wands. Yeah. He likes to see them bodies and lay them down, darling dear. But he's also suffering. He or she is suffering from some kind of what? Illness, some kind of ailment. Something that they've got to be vigilant for. Is it the new crop of herpes? I don't know what it is, darling dear. Somebody's got to be vigilant because they're going to get themselves involved with a King of Wands, with an Ace of Cups on its face. Be very careful, darling dears. Everyone must be interviewed. And if you intend to join hands with the King of Wands, because they're charming, darling dear. The devil looks good. That was God's favorite angel. Are you mad, black? Bruh, sisterine. Yeah, get with it, darling dear. They're going to look good. They're going to have all of this speak, darling dear. They'll tell you everything. And next thing you know, you're out of your pantaloons and at the emergency services, right? Trying to work out what's going on because it's kicking like Jackie Chan down there. It's just a sex thing, darling dear. This person has no emotions, right? You better decide right. And if it's somebody that needs to be in the past, it's the truth roof. Self-love first, yeah? New beginnings, yeah? New beginnings in what? The black and white of it all, darling dear. Hold your sword of truth. And it also speaks about what? A sword of what? Surgery, an injection that you may have to get. Because the 2 and the 3 goes to what? A 3 of swords. The heartbreak and betrayal, which has already been revealed. You need to, what? Nip that situation in the bud. Why? Because ain't nobody got time for that. You ain't got no time for that. You've got to kick over that cup of opium and crush it under your flip-flop of common sense. Common sense must reign, big cat. What did I say? A cheating chitara. A lying cheating chitara. Don't you get confused in your cranium either. Don't second guess the decision you made to what exit stage left and stay gone. Don't second guess it. You see how much freer your life will be. You're being spiritually guided to release yourself. Why? Because we've all got gifts, darling dears. Divine gave every one of us a specific gift. And it's for you to unlock it now. Use this energy, right, of this trine. I told you it's a lucky trine. It's going to reveal a lot of things that you need to see. What needs to be seen, right, when it needs to be seen. Yeah, seen. This trine between Mercury and Virgo. Right? Mercury's in Virgo, trine in Pluto and Capricorn. Get your things together. Capricorn is also the 10th house. It rules the father energy. See them for what they truly are. Accept what they are. The devil's strongest worker, son or daughter of Pennywise the Clown. And they're full of what? Revelations 2:20, darling dears. Common sense must reign. See the perspective. See how much you've grown. The work, the spiritual work you've done. You're no longer in delay. You're not stuck. You understood that dark path that you had to go down, darling dear, led you into the unknown. Best place to be to get your grey matter in gear. You realize no one is coming to save you. And you put your trust in God because you know man will fail you. See it for what it is. What about this reverse lover? Breadcrumbing and a page. Turn your back on that lover, friend, whatever that choice was. It was a bad choice, darling dear. But they were sent into your existence because of what? The pattern that you had from childhood. You had to realize, you had to become a student on those behaviors. Take that push and that prod by your ancestral team to get the intel on what you was experiencing in order to free yourself. 2 of Wands, turning your back, no longer having the short stick, having removed every one of those blades from your back chakra. The Swords is about your common sense, darling dear, your communication skills. But the Swords is also about spiritual downloads. Pay attention to your intuition. Always. No time for... Ain't nobody got time to make wrong choices now. We haven't got that time. We haven't got that sort of time. We haven't got the hairline for it. Good golly and gosh. My hairline comes first. I've decided that. Just talking about it is making my lower back ache. Just quickly stretch it out. This is outrageous, blood. What about this Queen of Swords, this bitter, twisted one that likes to what? Use the spells on you, darling dear. Spells doesn't necessarily mean they're over a cauldron, bubbling and boiling, darling dear. The words, the thought patterns, the gossip, the slander. This person doesn't want you to heal. They want you to be sick. They don't want you to recuperate. They want you to be brown bread or in the madhouse. Yeah, the madhouse. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. This person in particular, this particular Trippy Tarka, Don't worry, mate. God has got their bank account sorted out, darling dear. In Keith or no less. God saw what they did. I told you already, big cat. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. They're watching you what? Claiming dominion over yourself, sitting on your seat of spirituality, darling dears, whatever that is, or your religion. They're watching you stand up. They're watching you get opportunities. Every bad word they cursed on your head, darling dears. Every principality and obstacle they try to put in your way, big cat, has been what? A stepping stone to your greatness. Remember, I told you that you have new opportunities coming towards you, and this is why they're proper mad. But they're gonna stay mad. There's no healing here. They're gonna be mad for air. For air. That's their business, blood. You know what? They need to get a cape and be captain mad. You're still gonna be blessed. In their face. Why? The swords tell you that they're watching, mate. Sputnik, Hillbilly investigations have been launched and will always be launched on the big cat. This card is poking out. 6 of Skulls, darling dears. Because you are getting what you truly deserve. And it also speaks about what? Sharing your gift. Being charitable with your gift. If you don't know what it is, go to your North Node. Then go to your 2nd, your 6th, and your 10th house. It will give you the tools to be armed and dangerous, darling dears. You're being gifted with an upgrade in their face. This goes to 7 of Pentacles. Continue to sow the right seeds. Some of you are waiting on the right partner, but it's all in God's timing, darling dear. And it will all be in whomsoever don't want you to prosper. Who wants you to be what? A walking, the living dead, darling dear. Every one of them, from the rooter to the tutor, from your parents, parental figures, family members, all of those that was around you, but they wanted you to break and fade. But yet here you are, and still you rise. Come through, Maya Angelou. Posh, clap. Still you rise. That's what they wanted. They, them, and arm. Trippy Tarka. Silly Trippy Tarka with the T-Rex arms. This is what you get. This is what you get. Divine timing has found their address, blood. Judgment. And it also speaks about the X. They're an X for a reason, blood. Whatever that X is attached to, they got to be an X. But they will try and come back. I told you, by the 8th of October, in and around that date, right? This particular habeas corpus that needs to be on them, right? They're going to rear their ugly head one way or the another. For your attention, darling dear. Remember, you have a divine calling to know thyself and get great, so you can sock it to them when you're not even trying. You're too busy minding your own business, tending to your own garden, which is what? Fruitful and blessed and highly favored. As they, what? The same ones that are talking about you, slandering your name, rehashing old mistakes, those same mistakes, but they're not mentioning themselves amongst them, darling dear. They're repeating negative cycles. That's their business. Folia. You must leave Folia alone to do what Folia's got to do, foolishness, but not in your presence, darling dear. You allow them back, there'll be no healing. There'll be no rest. Because why? You'll be amongst the wicked, darling dear. The wicked that has a plan for you. A tight fit, like a cheap lace thong. You better show strength when they come to what? Tell you this and tell you that. There's issues that's going on with them because swords in the reverse, right? It speaks about operations. It speaks about injections. There's something going on with them, darling dear. Something major. You're going to hear about it. But leave Folio where it is. Some of you may even be tempted to go and visit them when you hear that they're going through some kind of medical ailment, mental ailment. You better be strong, darling dear. The same way they was strong when you was going through it. The same way they was strong when they was banding your name around like taffy. The same way when they was strong when they was giving you bad advice. No, stay. Why would you want to give up your marriage? You have a little family. It was the haunted house of horrors, darling dears. Your progeny were nervous, and so were you. Those same ones, darling dears. They act like they don't need you, but then want you back in them life. There's a difference between want and need, mate. As they're being gifted, pepper dusted with the karma. God saw everything. Split the deck. Yeah. Queen of Cups, emotionally manipulative. This could be a same-sex relationship. It could be somebody who is bisexual. Whatever. They've dipped their toes in many waters, darling dears. This is disloyal. This is a heinous liar. Someone even lied to get someone moved out of their home. They're so wicked, darling dear. They lied, darling dear. They lied. They told some kind of lie in order for you to lose a home, a job, something or other. Page mentality, darling dear. Always on the balls of their feet. Well, guess what? They are now stuck and undecided about how to move forward. How can you move forward when you've got so much crosses on your back? They better smile and look happy, mate, because they called it on themselves. Sun energy, split it again. Because whatever they plan, darling dear, whatever they plan for you is going down Bobby Brown for them. Don't wish wickedness on those that are wicked to you, darling dears. Wish them well and give it to God. Forgive them, darling dear, so you can call judgment on them in Keitha. This is a situation that is not meant to work. Remember I told you, Big Cat, it was sent to wake you up to your divinity. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. Remember I told you that. Don't let them interrupt Big Cat walking. Not again. Not Fulio. Oh no. Fulio is going through hardships and getting a raw deal. They think that by wishing wickedness on you, telling these lies would stop your gangster. All you had to do was remove yourself from that energy where your mind is not confused, where you thought you thunk you needed. You don't need them. You know what you really need on this Malkoof? Is water and air. If you ain't got them bitches, listen, I will come to your funeral. I will. I have a lovely fashionata. But if you're waiting for them to bring life to your situation or to try and heal a situation or take accountability for their actions, you'll be with your ancestors as God slides the contract across the table. Big Cat, this is what you're supposed to do. What did you do? You don't want God to turn it over. You don't. Because God already knows what's on that papers. So remember, darling dears. Remember. Let's get another deck. Oh, this one's over here, and I don't normally put the tarot cards. It's usually oracles to the base of the deck. This is what a stable foundation. It also is telling you that you are of sound mind. You are not crack on crazy. Your intuition was right. Whomsoever needs confirmation, it's right. Capricorn as well as what? Sun energy, darling dears. Your intuition was right. Yeah, the communication, right, was staggering, darling dear. They don't like the fact that you're independent. And the Nine of Pentacles, darling dears, right, is somebody who gets into a situation because they're comfortable in the situation, right? They give up their freedom, their right to speak. Somebody's living off of someone else. They've given up their dominion over themselves to go and get their own money. What else? Seeing as we're here talking about Trippy Tarka, the toxic karmic. We've got a King of Pentacles. Again, this is supposed to be someone who's supposed to be protector and provider. It could even represent you, Big Cat. Yeah. Loyalty, darling dear. They're missing the loyalty you brought to the table as well as your abundant ideas. Maybe even the cash you used to give them, darling dear. You gave them some money. You gave them some money. They see your work ethic, darling dears. You'll get, listen, all of these, listen, Skrilla.com. Opportunities, darling dears. Mental health looking good. You're looking good in them streets. Some of you are what? Entrepreneurs. You've decided to test your gangster, realizing that if you utilize your gift, right, and turn it into your income, it won't be a job. Why? You'll be joyful. Listen, you're always on that horse going to work. They're going to watch you build true partnerships, true friendships, darling dears. But you must always remember, you've got to be your friend first. Understand what divine is about to gift onto thee. Remember, Pluto goes direct. Base of the deck. Can we get any more money? Can we? I can't make it up. This is a winning line. Whatever they wanted for you, darling dear, it's not happening. Money. Some of you will be going into partnerships. It could even be a business partnership, right? But remember, darling dears, anybody you enter in or comes towards you, I don't care who it is. If they come in holding Buddha's hand, I don't care, right? Interview them. Be slow to what? Involve yourself in. The King of Pentacles don't just go into situations. The King of Pentacles gather intel, darling dears. It speaks about being critical about certain things, but not in a bad way. Why? Because you have to guard thine heart. Proverbs 4:23. For from your heart springs the well of life. Do you remember the days when you couldn't even wash your own punani or futum because of what they done did? Ain't nobody got time for that again. No, mate. When your toenails was nearly shredding the duvet. No, blood. Those were the dark days of the DNS. Had to look over my shoulder. It's not catching me again, blood. Told you. I'm a sprightly cat. A missing cat. A confident cat. A friendly cat. Well, some people don't see me as friendly. They think I don't speak. I speak a lot. But I read energy, mate. And if my intuition says that your energy is full of F shit, we ain't got nothing to say. Because it's going to break down, and I might have to be the Queen of Swords in the upright and tell you exactly how it goes. Audra die. Wagwan, Audra. Happy belated birthday. Big cat wave. I didn't see the comments until afterwards. Big cat wave. Everybody give Audra a big cat for her solar return. Libra no less. Just like my progenies. Base of the deck. So when you're going through your infinite possibilities, go with a clear and sound mind. The light, right? The lantern is about being spiritually guided. Some of you had to what? Even move your whole GPS to get away from someone. But know this, you are going to calmer waters where you are going to meet true loyal friends, stable environments. If you are an entrepreneur, get your shiznai on the internet. What are you waiting for? You should have done it yesterday. Don't wait. And it also speaks about a new home. Somebody is going towards a new home. And this is going to be your palace, darling dear. Your palace. Could be the keys to a new home, darling dear. Somebody's going to be promoted in their job, but you're all going to be promoted in this Queen of Swords face. They ain't going to like it, blood. Why? Because they're spying. And when you spy on people, you never hear or see good, darling dear. That's what happens. That's their business, and it serves them right. They need to come off the field and go into the barn and take their karma without the whinging and whining. Let's go in and with another deck. We want to see a deeper meaning of these cards. This King of Pentacles, or it could be you, darling dear. This is blessings, nothing but blessings. I haven't had a read like this in, I can't even remember. It must be before Donkey killed Philippe. These blessings. The King of Pentacles is telling you to be wise. The person that if you are going into union, for those of you that want to be in union again, or not looking for it, you've been focusing on your education, educating yourself, decorating your homes, getting a new home. Some of you got a new vehicle, darling dear. Beep, beep. Make sure you've got your darkest glass when you're driving past these yesteryears, because they're going for it, mate. I told you. What they wished for you is on them, and they want to come back. You better what? Buff up your discernment, darling dears. Why wouldn't they want to come back? You're fabulous, gorgeous, and lovely. You're saying why? Why wouldn't they? You're fabulous, gorgeous, and lovely. And you pea glitter, shit cupcakes, and fart rainbows. And you've got the badass alchemist ways. Base of the deck, what did I say? That disingenuous cup, that mug of hopium, darling dear. Cognitive dissonance. This is what the in and out of the one, they'll be there long enough, right, to cause confusion, darling dear, and keep you stuck where you are. Remember I told you that, Knight of Cups. They want to come, but you better be wise, darling dear. 9 of Swords on its face. You better make sure you buff up your cranium, right? Get your third eye to a bitch and shine. And not be afraid of speaking your truth. Swords is communication, darling dear. And they are trying to come back into your arena where you outrank them spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. All of the illies. Outrageous, I know. Tell me about this King of Pentacles. Just saw 555 on the counter. Now it's 5555. Yeah. Yeah. Some people have been waiting some time for this person to come through. But you wait for no man. Right? What did I just say? No, you wait on no man. Continue to build, build, and build. Pentacles, yes, your projects are slow. You must be methodical with them, darling dear. Dip the toe in the water, and if you find it lovely, jump right in, blood. And then put your back into it. It's your efforts will pay off, darling dears. Some of you will meet this person during your work. Or this person will be sent to work on your new home, your new domicile. It could be a handyman that is spiritually guided. Maybe they own their own company or they're about to make them. Whatever it is, someone's coming towards you, darling dear. Could even be a maths teacher. All of these pentacles, something to do with accounts. Could be an investor. He or she may come through and show you how to invest your skrillers so that your empire will be great. Remember I told you that? Let me put it here so that you can remember that. That you are a boss, darling dear. A force to be reckoned with. I see Aquarius as well as Pisces energy here. The King of Pentacles is also here to remind you that you must stand in your own power, darling dears, and your ambitions. The king is like the emperor. Once the king has found its thing or finds what they want to conquer, they don't wait for a whole team. You are the team. From the foot soldier to the commandante. This is about independence, darling dears. Being proud of what you've achieved for yourself, this new home. Maybe you've moved your things around because you didn't want them to remember where everything was in your home. A new beginning, but look where the Knight of Pentacles. Loyalty must go to self first. To self first. In every situation. Your mental health must come first. So loyalty must go to self first. You can't pour from an empty cup. And you've only just filled that bitch back up with self-love. Yeah. They want to come through, darling dear. They're going through the regret, but you've got no emotions to offer them. You understood that they had a plan for you. So you've got a plan too. Everybody's got plans, but your plan is like Smeagol. It's your precious. Why? Because it's you, darling dear. Your finest works. Once you do that shadow work and understand where the deepest wound came from, you can't be hurt like that again. It's self-empowerment. They want you to be vulnerable. They ain't got no money, blood. And I told you, they've got some kind of medical issue. Could have been a sexually transmitted medical issue. And they see you happy and shining. You may even have progeny with this person. There's a child on this picture. But you have to remember, don't let the past block your blessings. They're blessing blockers for sure. We've got 2 Knight of Pentacles. Look, 2 different directions. Remember what I said? The loyalty must be to self first. Self first, right? Before you can give it to anyone else. And it also speaks about you want loyalty and you're prepared to wait. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. And there's nothing wrong with walking the path alone while you're waiting, while you're getting your mental health back, making healthier choices, learning new things. Some of you are into the Bitcoin. Nothing, nearly knocked my cup off the table. I swear down, I would have cut the live, mate, because it had been the rivers of Babylon. Telling you, somebody doesn't want me to continue to speak. Well, guess what? I'm a chatty cat. I haven't seen you for a good 24 hours. Or is it nearly 48? It's a long time, big cat. We haven't been in each other's companies. But I had to plait these bitches in, darling dear. Yeah. They want you to be vulnerable and block your blessings with their unhappy self. They're unhappy. Unhappy. Because they don't have your psychological password. They don't have the easy access before. You're no longer being naive around these people or personages. Don't be naive, darling dear. Don't be a martyr. Because you are that agent of karma, justice, darling dears. And I said, somebody needs a habeas corpus against them, darling dear. Don't be afraid to go and get the police and the law courts involved. And the justice speaks about the police being called. Why was the police called? This is a whole different read. Why did the police have to be called? Okay. Yeah. This is about money. Something to do with inheritance. Someone's taken someone's inheritance, took the monies for themselves, put themselves first. Well, guess what? Justice will be what? Served for them. Either they're going to go to prison, or every penny that they took, which was meant to be your inheritance, is a cursed penny. Remember I told you that. You can't take what's meant to be for someone else and expect to get great, darling dear. They will have a winning season because you see them building their homes, their environment, hoping that hoping, darling dear, 5 of Swords. But it was a lie. Their home life was shit. There's arguing, gaslighting, third-party situations, medical visits, police being called. When they stole what they stole from you, darling dear, they're being paid in kind. Remember I told you that. God saw everything. It's not for you to wait on them getting their karma. You've still got to be ibex. Continue to move forward and live your life, darling dear. We've only got one life to live on this Malkuth. They try to confuse you and make you think there's two. No, there's one life. Use your intuition and your discernment. You sit between the two pillars of wisdom, Boaz and Jashin, for completion and beginning, darling dear. The same 2 pillars of wisdom found outside King Solomon's temple in the Book of Kings. And it also speaks about secrets. Yeah, they tried to keep it secret. They tried to keep it secret that they stole your inheritance. Right? Oh, what did I just say? What every penny that they took from you and from whomsoever was supposed to share in this inheritance is blood money. Remember I told you that? Tears of a clown blood. They're actually looking for a loan, a begging bowl. They want someone's time or energy. This is a mental break, darling dear. This is crying in their home, destabilization. And they're afraid to what? Sign up. Tell the truth, darling dear, but they're going to have to this is a book, some kind of open book investigation being opened up on them, darling dear. What they did. They may have thought they got away with it. Listen, there's a lot of things that they did that they didn't get caught for, but there's a lot of things that they will get caught for. And being like this on Malkuth is not the only place, darling dear. Wait till they realize it goes into what, Keitha, as well. The ancestors are waiting. Medical break, darling dear. They know what they did. They know what they did. They lied to take what they could from that situation. They deliberately did it for their own self-serving purposes, whoever that message is for. Well, it's affecting them. They're living in a destabilized, dysfunctional hell. Hell! And you say hell to the nah. No more 1 more round, Julie, for you. Don't allow them back, and you don't even want to hear what's going on with them. You don't want to hear. Because they got you it. What did I say? Debt, darling dear. Medical problems, displacement from their home. Everything that they try to take from you is on them. Winter is coming and the North remembers. Pinky's up, yeah. Hey, leave them to it, big cat. Dust yourself off. right? Pat yourself on the back and continue with your slow, quick, slow. Continue to do your shadow work. If it's come up, if something from the past has popped up into your mind, right? It's for a reason, darling dear. It's not for you to avoid. It's not, well, you might cry a tear, but it better be a tear of being what? Released from that situation. But you have to address it, darling dear. That's why it's popped up. Your subconscious is working overtime to heal you so that you can go through those gates of glory. Didn't you see all of this? Look at it. There's nothing wrong with your eye chakras. Look at this lineup. This is blessings, darling dears. A stable home, a good job, your businesses, maybe multiple streams of income. Aquarius energy, which I can see over the King of Pentacles' head, is about your business, your job, your work, darling dear. The groups. Divine wants you to pay attention to the groups that you give your energy to. Not everybody's there to uplift you. We saw the Queen of Swords in reverse. Jealous. Some people are jealous of the fact that your nostrils go out when you breathe in the air that's free for other people. People are jealous for stupidness. They may even have more than you, and in some cases they got more because they stole it, darling dear. But it's blood money. It's blood money. And you know this, darling dear. You know this. They tried to create delays in your life. And it also speaks about the interrupting of a court case. They came through with some intel, but you know what? They're not going to get away with it, darling dears. Whatever they did, it's slow in coming. But remember, the domicile where they live right now, arguments, fighting, they're about to be displaced. It could be what? Repossessed home. The money that they took. What else do we need to know before we rush off to get great? King of, listen, you already know who these people are or person is, right? King of Swords on his face, same like the Queen of Swords. This is a narc, darling, they're a sociopath. Someone who is hypercritical but a liar. Somebody who evades the truth. This is somebody like a little finger that does things and blames everyone else. They did it with sound mind, darling, dear, what they did. And you should be of sound mind in realizing that is not a fit for you. 2 7s is supposed to be lucky, darling dear. Opportunities. There is no opportunity in this situation. This person will be surgical, they'll be hypercritical, and they'll be blame shifting and mean. All because you've got all of these, what? The golden pentacles at your back. All of that yellow is what? Your solar plexus. Your solar plexus is the, oh my gosh. Come on, Kate, think. Solar plexus is your 3rd chakra, darling dears. Your willpower, your drive, your energy. No healing in that situation. Somebody's going for a serious medical situation, darling dear. There's no healing. No amount of surgery. No amount of medicine. No amount of trying to feng shui themselves, darling dear. That illness is part of their karma. Because of what they did, darling dear. It created distension in a family line, in a friendship group. What they did, darling dears. That's what I'm saying. People, when they're doing all these things, they don't know how the wheel is going to turn for them. Your pocket may be fat today, but tomorrow it's slim. Your health is a string, right? On the wheel of destiny, fate, right? If you got progeny and you're doing wickedness to people, what about your progeny? It says in the Bible, the 2nd and 3rd generation. Perpetrating all of these things and thinking they don't get away with it, darling dears. The price must be paid. You've got to pay the judgment of the situation. Now it's making me perspire. I'm not sweating, so I haven't sucked my 31 teeth. Past person, darling dear. They got the nostalgias and they're looking at your pictures Remember I told you, obsidian crystal, don't allow them to manifest a meeting with you, a conversation with you, darling dear. Some of them, you may even have progeny with this person, or they want to come and tell you something about their progeny. What they want you to know about their progeny. Knight of Pentacles, World card, yeah. They want to come and moan about the partner who's not paying any attention. Never ending story, bend you with what? Their fucking knees, blood. They knew what partner they had before they had the progeny, darling dears, or they got the first idea when they had the first one. But they continued to stay in a situation for a long time. And they want someone to talk about it with. Baby, you are not what? Captain Save a Harlot. And they won't tell you the full truth of the situation, darling dear. Do you really want to be unpacking someone else's shadow work? Someone who was disingenuous and will use any information you tell them against you? Use your intuition, darling dear, and your discernment. What else do we need to know, seeing as the cards are telling us everything today? And then Brock. If they can tell you about their kids, right, they come tell you about their progeny, they're nobody's mother. That child had to bite off the umbilical cord and hit the ground running. This is somebody who's a hyacinth bucket, not a bouquet, a bucket, blood. They're disloyal. Can't you see Wolfie on its forehead? This is a bad mother or a bad father, blaming the situation and life circumstances, and they want a what? A friendly ear. Your ear, big cat. And this is money. This is somebody who's lost their job, about to lose their job. Queen of Pentacles on her face. Somebody who is what? Firm. In their wickedness, they love to gossip, darling dear. They like to cast aspersions, throw the stone, and hide their hand. But this person is about to be revealed to you, darling dear. Remember I told you that? That disingenuous cup, and they're not a true friend, and they're a liar. And the Page of Cups has come out twice, right? In the reverse. Yeah. They want to come and tell you what's going on in their life. They're not happy, mate. And what? Misery loves company. Let them stay in their circle of sadness. They can't come where you are. You know this. You are single as F. Solo dolo, like the boys or girls on the pole. More Pentacles in the upright to add to all of these. Come on, big cat. Know your worth and add tax. Know that your time must not be wasted amongst the feeble-minded. You're not going to tongue wrestle with them. They are what? Rigor mortis, at the point of death. Or they will bring you to the point of death. And I told you, somebody's going for a medical ailment that no medicine, no surgery, nothing on this Malkuf can what? Heal. Why? It's their time to go and tell God what they did. This speaks of a funeral I heard May. A parent is going to be passing in May. Write that down in your diary. I know it's not a date really to really want to keep, but guess what? It's the truth, Ruth, mate. A parent is going back, but this is somebody that you are not involved with, darling dear. Manipulative, a liar. This is somebody who had a golden child, darling dear, and that the person that they chose as their golden child or children, they're liars and thieves. They didn't treat them well. And no one's happy in that situation. This is the big, oh well, you was right to what? Exit point? Was it exit stage left and not look back? Don't look back. Remember Salt Bay, Lot's wife. Remember what happened. I told you many times, big cat, blood is thicker than water, but only water will quench your thirst. Drink the water, blood. Drink the water and mind your business. What does Kipper say about this? Because this is fabulous. You are doing extraordinarily well. Awesome. Pinkies up. Big cat wave. You're doing well. Why would you want to go back there? Look, you're doing well. What's this trying to come out? You're doing well. Yeah. Let them wonder. If this was a third party situation, that's the Emperor's new clothes. This divine well, they ain't divine anymore. They're a karmic. They're a trippy Tarka. They still got what? A whole team on board. A whole team of the feeble-minded. I told you, the horde. Right? Who's immature, bad mother. Right? Look. A destabilized home, bad health, darling dear. And when you see the bad health in the reverse, whatever's going on with them, mate, they're not coming back from it. And I told you, a parent, you're going to get the message, a message that you're not going to open, darling dear. You're going to go into airplane mode on your mobile so you can read the message and leave the tick unread, because this is not a funeral that you're going to. You're going to hear of a parent. It could be a mother, but it's going to be in May when they take their final journey. But it doesn't matter, because whatever money they had, those relatives got it from under them, darling dear. And they're worried. I told you, they're worried. They think the death of this elder is going to end their situation. They've gotten away with it. But let me tell you something. When it's your time to go to prison, you got to go to prison. They need to go and talk to R. Kelly and Akon, because they won't be let out. It's not just physical prison, darling dear. When you are in spiritual prison, when you've been put on the docket, and you've got to live out your life on Mount Kufa, God will make sure that you live long, long, to sit down with your conscience on what you did, the rat fig that they are. And they've got the cheek to want to come and talk to you. Talk to you about what? Make them talk to your back. Law 16 of the 48 laws of power. You're too busy. Even God said you better not. You better not. You've got a whole world, right? You've been enlightened to the situation, right? You've got the knowledge, right? You better not. This is my God card amongst these Kipper deck. You better not. Yes, I did threaten you, and yes, I will deny it. I will do the shaggy. It wasn't me. Keep your expectations high, darling dears, as well as your boundaries. Keep them high, because a window is about to be open for you. Remember, I told you. You're going to hear about this person passing, a family member, possibly a matriarch or a patriarch, an auntie, a cousin, a sister. They're going down Bobby Brown. They're taking their last journey to go and tell God what they did. And they're watching you, darling dear. Family room. That family was hard work, blood. They didn't like your shine. Well, guess what? They've got to shine on, mate. Let them continue where they are, where they've gone to. They must stay there. Because they're what? In good company with the other what? Devil's strongest workers, mate. A situation where there is nothing but distension and arguing, especially if they misappropriated an inheritance. Continue with your journey, big cat. By train, plane, boat, whatever, darling dear. And remember, when they chuck in them stones, you are stable, you are secure, and any life you want, you can build for yourself. You've got the Wheel of Fortune at 10. Fate, destiny, and good luck. You've got the 12, the hangman, on the what? Privileged lady, right? See things from a different perspective. You can think your way out of anything, darling dear, but you have to get quiet and you have to get away from their negative energy. The 20 is what? Agent of karma you be. They will get a front row plastic seat as they suck up your achievements, because they are concerned. They can only be concerned if they're watching, darling dear. If they weren't watching, they would be unconcerned. But they're watching. It was, first of all, they was watching to see you fail, and you went from strength to strength. You used every one of those stones to rebuild yourself. And again, I task you with what? Your shadow work. Don't allow the stones they've thrown at you, darling dear, to destabilize your foundation. Give potholes in on your road to what glory? Whatever your glory is, darling dear. You continue to turn your shapely back. Know your worth. Because why? You bent the matrix. You changed. Law number 25 of the 48 laws of power, as well as not for law number 48. You're adaptable and on the move. Law number 4, you say less. Law number 5, you understood, right, that if you continue with these bottom feeders, you'll be going backwards. And this is what you're going to put yourself in a prison, darling dear. in a prison while they whisper wickedness into your ear with their forked tongue, the whisperings of their Hannibal Lecter. You don't want to hear none of that. You don't want to hear none of that because it will put you in prison, darling dear. And I told you we can't go to prison. We have to be free so we can do what? Sock it to them. Cum laude. We've got to get Latin up in this bitch with honors. Dare I touch another deck? I dare because I'm a badass. One final message and then we're out. Because oh my gosh. I'm at the 80. Oh, that's a long time, big cat. Ghost them. Do a CASHAPP. You hear, but you don't hear. You see, but you don't see. You speak, especially not to them. Right? Ghost them. Right? What did I say? All they can do is talk, darling. Then everything they say is a nail in their coffin. And in some cases, it's going to be literally, darling, dear. They've got to go to God. We've also got a pregnancy. Something that they was trying to birth in their life. Or somebody's lost a pregnancy. My condolences. Right? Oh, it wasn't a lost pregnancy, darling, dear. I told you there's a lot of fighting going on in that domicile. Remember I told you that? The den of thieves. Yeah, the mud hut. As they watch you be blessed. As they realize that they are truly what? The creature from the backwoods. Never you again. Never again cast your pearls before a swine. Pardon me, that was a spiritual belch. Because I speaks the truth. On that note, I drops me mic. Todd over to my Teesprings, Todd over to my Patreon, or simply come back here. Don't forget, Big Cat, to like, subscribe, and share these messages with whomsoever you feel needs it. And hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I'm kicking my way through these tarot streets again. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. Allow the toxic karmic trippy Tarka. They've got to go and stay gone, darling dear. It's not your life is not a revolving door, nor is it what a playground, and nor do you want to go back to what the 7th levels of Dante's hell. Remember, darling dears, but don't live on the pain they try to put into your life. Get the poison out by any means necessary and get great. From the ashes, baby.